Hey guys, I want to hop in here for a while and kind of tell you a little about something you may not realize that is preventing you from hitting your weight loss goals. Of course, everybody comes to me saying they can't lose weight. They're upset with their gravitational pull to the earth via a scale. And there's so many more pieces to this and the reason why people are not able to shed the pounds. Well, your friend Sally Sue is losing 2-3 pounds a week. You're losing nothing, even though you're doing the exact same thing. Why does this happen? I'm going to tell you. So first I'm going to tell you a story. It's going to be my story. I've struggled with weight my entire life. I have Hashimoto's disease. I have multiple other autoimmune diseases. And I went to my doctor, my integrative medicine provider, who I love. You hear me talk about her quite often because she's changed my life and changed my perspective on a lot of things. And one of the things that she did was she drew every type of blood you could possibly imagine for every laboratory test imaginable. And one thing that I found out was my fasting insulin level was 26. Now, most of you are saying, my doctor doesn't draw a fasting insulin level. It's okay. I'm not telling you to go run out and do this. If your doctor will do it, fantastic. Most won't, by the way. Normal insulin, in my opinion, is less than 10. You guys don't know what your insulin is. You could have a really high fasting insulin level and a completely normal glucose level. Why does this matter? What, Becky, what are you talking about? Let's talk about insulin's role in the body here for a second, okay? If you've been eating a lot of carbohydrates, it could be anything. We're talking bread, pasta. Your lunch meat has sugar in it. Everything has some sort of carbohydrate that will be broken down into simple sugars. The way your body gets the sugar into your cells is via insulin. So you can see down here, insulin is the key that unlocks the channels to let glucose into your cells, okay? If you're eating a lot of carbohydrates, maybe you're not even aware that the amount of carbohydrates that you're eating are too many, you're gonna be socking away tons and tons of glucose. Did you also know when your insulin levels are high, your body cannot burn fat? You need to get your insulin levels down, get your sugar levels down before your body is going to tap into those fat stores. You likely don't know that you're insulin resistant. You don't. I didn't. So some of the things that we talk about today is metabolic syndrome. You've been hearing me talk about this. You hear a lot of people talk about this. Metabolic syndrome is having 2 out of 5 of these. Fasting blood sugar greater than 100. Blood pressure greater than 135/85, having a waist circumference greater than 35 inches in a female, greater than 40 inches in a male, having fasting triglycerides over 150, and having an HDL less than 50. If you have 2 out of 5 of those, you have metabolic syndrome. But in addition to this, you could still have, at this point, a normal fasting blood sugar, but your insulin is high. And you know what's going to happen over time? That blood sugar over time is going to start coming up. You may not be there yet. But this is a huge problem and a huge key to the fact that you cannot lose the fat on your body until you take care of this insulin resistance. How the heck are you going to do that? Okay, I have the answer. Do you want the answer? I'll give you the answer. The answer is going to be getting your carbohydrates under control. You're going to need to get those down. You're going to have 2 options. You can eat less of the carbohydrates. And this is taking consistency, you guys. This isn't, I'm not going to eat carbs for 3 days and all of a sudden magic is going to happen. I'm not telling you to completely obliterate carbs from your diet. That's not it. But you need to move from having a higher carbohydrate diet to a higher protein diet to move yourself out of this insulin resistance. The other thing that you can use is a tool called Transform, because we're all normal. We're all going to go out to eat. We're going to have the Christmas cookies. We're going to do all of the things, right? Take that Transform religiously when you're going to be eating more carbohydrates. You guys, it will convert 50 to 90% of your sugars into fiber, so you don't have to worry about getting that sugar in your diet. Don't forget, keep it in your purse, keep it close to you. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, intermittent fasting. Yes, push back breakfast a little bit, bring in dinner a little bit earlier by giving yourself time to actually burn the sugars that are in your body. You're going to start bringing those insulin levels down. Okay, I'm not saying this has to be painful. This is my opinion, by the way. This is something that I've done that has helped me get my fasting insulin down quite a ways, in addition to using Transform and eating less carbohydrates. And lastly, activate. You guys, this is huge. This is going to increase your GLP-1 so that you're eating less because you're full faster and you're shutting off some of that food noise. It's activating AMPK, which burns more fat around your visceral organs. You are decreasing your blood pressure, which is wreaking havoc all over your body. This is also decreasing cortisol, which is, helping with the blood sugar issues as well. This is all huge. And here's the thing I'm going to end with. Everybody is different. You cannot eat less carbs, take the daily health system for a month if you've been spending the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years getting yourself to the condition that you're in. It takes some people a couple weeks to get out of insulin resistance. It can take people 3 months to get out of insulin resistance. Okay? You need to stay the course for at least 90 days before you're going to see a difference in a lot of cases. So don't come at me and say, I've tried everything. I can't lose weight. Nothing works. It does work, but you're going to have to work on it. Okay? All right. I hope that helps a little bit with how insulin is involved with everything and how you need to be consistent day over day to bring those insulin levels down. And once the insulin levels are down, the fat is going to burn away. All right. If you have any questions, shoot them down in the comments below.